Right, election season is at its peak in India, with parties organizing multiple public meetings as the first phase of voting is slated for the 19th of this month. In order to garner support for the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, senior leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah is to hold multiple rallies in Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. Also, senior BJP leader and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to hold rallies in Chhattisgarh's Dantewada and Kanker. Also, in order to woo voters and garner support for their respective parties, political parties holding public rallies and roadshows across the country. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi to hold rallies in Chhattisgarh's Bastar and Maharashtra's Sakoli. Meanwhile, Samajwadi Party Supremo Akhilesh Yadav to hold rallies in Uttar Pradesh's Bijnor and Muzaffarnagar. And for more, we have my colleagues joining me from the ground itself on the elections. Well, Gautam from Jalpaiguri and Dibyendu from Itanagar. Good morning, Gautam. My first question to you, Gautam, Jalpaiguri, the second largest city in North Bengal, plays a vital role in connecting the northeastern states with the rest of India. Voting for Jalpaiguri constituency is slated for the 19th of April in the first phase, and in West Bengal, of course, in all the 7 phases. How is the political scene heating up there?
Well, Ipakshi, good morning to you as well. The political scene here has been hot for quite a few days now. We've seen in the area, if we talk about the 3 seats that are going to polls on the 19th, Prime Minister Modi has campaigned here. Mamata Banerjee has been here for several days because there was a storm that hit the area on the 31st in the entire hill region, and that caused a lot of destabilization. A lot of people were rendered homeless as well. 5 people had died on that day itself. So that's been a bit of a political issue here. But if you talk about this region in terms of how it connects to the northeast, it becomes very strategic as well, because it lies in that extended chicken neck area that we talked about in the context of Doklam as well, where Indian and Chinese troops had clashed. So this has a very sensitive and strategic importance as well. And the voters here have shown a nuanced approach through the elections. If you just take the instance of the last general elections and the Lok Sabha elections for Jalpaiguri itself, BJP's Jayanto Roy won with 51% of the votes. The TMC was second with about 38%. And the entire northern hills of West Bengal have been dominated by the BJP in the 2019 elections because of the Modi wave. But if you come to 2021, the assembly elections in Jalpaiguri, where there are 7 Vidhan Sabha seats, assembly seats, 5 of them are with the TMC. That was in 2021, and 2 with the BJP. The left has been wiped out in a sense in this area. So that shows that the voters here can take a nuanced approach to local, regional or statewide issues and then national issues. And that is something that is playing out even this time around.
All right. My next question to you, Dibyendu. How you have been to Assam and now you are probably in Itanagar. How is the political landscape there, considering we are just a week away from the elections and assembly polls were also simultaneously held on the 11th of April?
We are on our way to Itanagar from Assam. We have been in Assam since last evening. The situation both in Assam and Itanagar, we have been talking to the people here, tells us that it is the BJP's wave, the Modi wave, that is perhaps, sweeping away in both these states of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. People are happy with the work that have been done in the part of northeastern states of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh by the Modi government at the center, as well as the BJP government here at the regional level, which is at the state level, both in Assam and in Arunachal Pradesh. So remember, particularly in Arunachal Pradesh, which is also holding a simultaneous assembly election, 10 of the 60 seats have been gone uncontested, and the BJP have already won 10 seats here, including the Chief Minister's seat, Prema Khandu, who had already won uncontested in Arunachal Pradesh. So, of course, in another context, if we talk about, the Congress which was a dominant force here till about 2015-16, has just been able to file about 19 candidates in the assembly election out of the 60 seats that goes to polls on the 19th of April. So, of course, what people are talking about is the development in Arunachal Pradesh's, especially in the bordering district with China. So, the people here say that the road connectivity, the development, bridges, water connectivity have significantly improved. But what remains a concern for many people in Arunachal Pradesh is, of course, the healthcare sector and more of air connectivity with the state. So, of course, what the BJP tells here is that, after coming back to power once again in 2024, all these issues that have been left out will be taken care of for the northeastern region. Remember, it was the BJP government who had also formed a Northeast Development Council that will look after the development of the Northeast region alone. So, this government's focus in the Northeast region has been paramount and has been significant over the last 10 years, which also leads to a lot of developmental projects happening in this region over the last 10 years. Of course, people here are excited. People here are confident, that the development that the BJP government had done would perhaps bring back the BJP to the seat of power here in Arunachal and in Assam. Yes, back to you, Lipakshi.
All right. My next question to you, Gautam. What are the main challenges, if we talk about them, driving voters' decision in West Bengal and Jalpaiguri in this election cycle?
Jalpaiguri and the wider region here. The economy here is primarily centered around tea. Tea is a major produce in the Doordarshan region. There's, of course, timber as well, which comes from the forest, and some of that has been, for example, teak, cutting down of teak trees has been banned. So that has had an economic impact as well. And there's tourism as well, which is an ongoing development issue, and that brings in all the roads and highways that have been developed that comes under the NHAI. There are roads here, there are national highways that lead up to the border with Bangladesh and with Bhutan as well. So that is something that the voters have kept in their mind. But there are local issues as well that take a lot of prominence. There are issues of tea workers. A lot of tea estates here have shut down in the left's rule that was here for decades because of mismanagement and a lot of political pressures that used to come along at that time. So people are looking for revival of those tea estates as well, and especially in terms of how the overall development of the area takes place. There are certain regional aspirations as well. There have been movements for different states being carved out, different regions being carved out, and these are issues that have to be balanced by the political parties, which is why it's a tough contest here. There are primarily three different political forces in the race here in Jalpaiguri. There is, of course, the BJP, which won the last time. There's Trinamool Congress, which rules in the state, and the left, which is backed by the Congress here. And quite a good fight taking place between them at this moment.
All right. Okay, Debyendu, tell us, as we know the stage is all set up, as you said, 11 polling stations exclusively for female voters have also been set up in the state. What are the key issues dominating that area which can affect the poll, especially in the northeast?
Well, Lipakshi, if we talk about Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, one of the key issues in the first phase that's going to polls in Assam, if I talk about particularly the Dibrugarh region, as well as the upper Assam region, which goes to polls on the 19th, tea workers constitute about 30% of the population. So, of course, their vote would be very significant, and the wages for tea workers here are a significant issue that we have learned after talking to several people here when we have been here. As Gautam also said, similarly in the northern part of Bengal, similar issues of tea workers are being talked about. So in Assam also it is tea workers that will be dominating the challenges of the tea workers, the wages for the tea workers, which also the BJP government here in Assam increased in the last couple of months, will also play a significant role when we talk about who these voters are going to vote on the 19th of April. But if we come to Arunachal Pradesh, of course, development here is a significant issue.
All right.
The issue about China will be dominating, and the development of the border villages along the Arunachal Pradesh and India-China border along Arunachal Pradesh is, of course, a key issue here. The villages, what we are being told here on the borders of India and China, have been developed under the Vibrant Village program of the government. So, of course, development are some of the key issues here that will be dominating the elections on the 19th of April. Yes, back to you.
Right. Thank you so much, Devyendu and Gautam, for joining us and giving us that update from there. And moving on, voting for the first phase.